In 1977, humanity launched 2 machines into the dark, and they never really came back. They kept going past the worlds we thought we understood, past the rings we thought were simple, and past the moons we thought were dead. With every new image they sent home, the solar system became stranger, wilder, and far more alive than anyone had imagined. Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 were not just spacecraft. They were our eyes drifting deeper into the unknown, showing us giant storms, erupting moons, hidden rings, shattered ice worlds, and the pale fragility of Earth itself. What makes their story so haunting is this: the Voyagers did not just photograph planets. They changed the meaning of those planets. Jupiter stopped being a distant striped sphere and became a world of violence and motion. Saturn's rings stopped looking smooth and became intricate, broken, and alive with detail. Uranus turned into a tilted mystery. Neptune became a storm machine at the edge of sunlight. And somewhere along the way, the probes turned around and showed us something even more unsettling than any alien world. They showed us home. The Voyager story begins with a cosmic opportunity so rare it almost sounds fictional. In the late 1970s, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune lined up in a way that happens only about once every 176 years, creating the possibility for one mission to visit all 4 giant planets by using gravity assists like stepping stones through the outer solar system. NASA saw the chance and refused to let it slip away. Voyager 2 launched first on August 20th, 1977, and Voyager 1 followed on September 5th, taking a faster path that would eventually let it overtake its twin. Together, they were sent outward not just as probes, but as pioneers, carrying humanity's curiosity into a region no one had ever explored in detail. Even their earliest images had something eerie about them. Just days after launch, Voyager 1 looked back and captured Earth and the Moon from millions of kilometers away. It was a quiet reminder that the entire journey began with one fragile blue world fading into the distance. That image now feels almost prophetic, because before Voyager, the outer solar system was still full of educated guesses. We had models, telescopes, and expectations, but we did not yet have intimacy. We did not yet know what these distant worlds really looked like up close, how their atmospheres churned, or how their moons cracked, erupted, or glowed in the dark. Voyager was about to change all of that. When Voyager 1 finally reached Jupiter in March 1979, followed by Voyager 2 a few months later, the solar system opened like a door. Jupiter had been seen before, of course, but never like this. Suddenly, the gas giant was no longer a distant disk in a telescope. It was a living atmosphere of towering turbulence, swirling plumes, violent bands, and storms within storms. The famous Great Red Spot was confirmed as a rotating system of immense scale. But that was only part of the surprise. The atmosphere around it was far more dynamic than scientists had expected, filled with motion and instability that made Jupiter feel less like a planet and more like a giant unfinished engine. But Jupiter's greatest shock may not have been Jupiter itself. It was Io. Before Voyager, many assumed its surface would resemble our moon, old, cratered, scarred, but quiet. Instead, Voyager found active volcanism, real eruptions, plumes blasting material hundreds of kilometers into space, lava lakes, and surfaces so geologically alive that they forced scientists to completely rewrite their assumptions. It was the first time active volcanoes had ever been seen on another world. And then there was Europa, marked with strange fractures across its icy surface, already hinting at the possibility of an ocean hidden underneath. In one planetary system alone, Voyager showed us a volcanic hellscape and an icy moon that might conceal water beneath its frozen shell. That was the moment the outer solar system stopped looking dead. After Jupiter came Saturn, and this was where beauty became something more unsettling. From Earth, Saturn had always looked elegant, almost serene, the planet of rings and symmetry. But when Voyager arrived, that elegance shattered into complexity. The rings were not just a few broad bands, as many had imagined. They were made of hundreds of thin ringlets, tangled structures, kinks, gaps, and delicate features, far more intricate than anyone had expected. Voyager also revealed new rings, shepherd moons holding narrow bands in place, and ghostly spoke-like patterns across the B-ring that did not fit comfortably into existing gravitational theories. Saturn's rings went from iconic to deeply mysterious in a matter of images. And then Saturn's moons began telling their own stories. Titan emerged as a world with a thick, nitrogen-rich atmosphere unlike anything else known beyond Earth, instantly becoming one of the most compelling objects in the solar system. Enceladus hinted at activity too, with signs that would later connect to erupting plumes and internal dynamism. Voyager was no longer just cataloging worlds. It was exposing them as places with weather, chemistry, hidden oceans, and active geology. Saturn, the planet that once looked like the most graceful object in the solar system, became a reminder that the deeper you looked, the stranger things got. After Saturn, Voyager 1 was flung upward out of the plane of the solar system and began its path toward interstellar space, leaving Voyager 2 to continue the grand tour alone. That journey took it to Uranus in 1986, a world so unusual it still feels almost unreal. At first glance, Uranus looked calm, almost blank, with a smooth atmosphere lacking the dramatic visible features seen on Jupiter or Saturn. But beneath that quiet face lay a planet tilted on its side, with a magnetic field wildly misaligned from its rotational axis. Its magnetosphere wobbled in ways scientists had never seen before, forcing them to rethink how planetary magnetic fields work. Voyager also found new rings, new moons, and a collection of icy worlds scarred by canyons, tectonic fractures, and bizarre geological histories, especially Miranda, which looked like a broken moon stitched back together. Then came Neptune in 1989, the final great planetary encounter, and at the edge of the known solar system, Voyager 2 found not stillness, but violence.